real life stories about Nigeria. It's about documenting our identity. So I encourage you, it's on non-fiction films, no use of AI. You can use AI to write the captioning, but not AI for the production. So for instance, if you are talking about there's a market in Solo every Tuesday for those things now. Aswani, so for instance, the documentary about Aswani market, they don't want AI generated Aswani markets. They want to see Aswani markets, right? So the price only, like I said, is $20,000, and the area of the price should not, the film should not be more than 20 minutes long. 20 minutes less, 10 minutes. It shouldn't be more than 20 minutes long. So I think I've said a lot about this prize for science. Now, the prize is not awarded because you're a woman. It's not awarded because you're a man. It's not awarded because you are 18 to 35 alone. You can be 18 to 35 and apply. You can be a man and apply. You can be a woman and apply. But the prize is awarded only for excellence. Only for excellence. So the thing of the 2026 edition of the Science Prize and Innovation Prize, innovations in artificial intelligence or innovations in information communication technology, ICT, or digital innovation in digital technologies, or for development. So if you have any innovation in any of these three fields, and it's scalable, it's not something that is still on your computer. It's something that has been used, and we can confirm that, oh yes, it's been used, and it's working well, and it's having impact. Then, please send your entry. You'll find more details on www.thenigeriaprizes.org. The call for entries open on the 1st of September and will close on the 30th of April, so you still have time. The entries, like I said, will demonstrate the integration of AI, ICT, or digital technologies, the practical, the operational, you must show evidence of deployment, so not just on the computer. You must show impact in society, potential for scalability, sustainability, and adoption, and you must show real world impact. I can't go besides that. And I'll just for you to have an example of a winning work in 2023 when we had innovations in healthcare. So we just watch a short video and then we'll come back to this watch a short video.
My first pregnancy ended with uterine fetal demise. What that means is that my baby died in the womb at 36 weeks and 4 days. Some of the signs I saw that led to my first baby's demise. I started noticing them in the second one. I was really afraid.
I understand the baby is just less than 24 hours old, and I can see that the baby is distressed. So there must be a lot of respiratory support going on at the moment. The temperature I'm seeing there, 35 degrees C. I should expect this to be higher than that. But confirm to me that baby is probably stable. What was baby's vital sign temperature the last time? 37.2. Oh, excellent. Okay, that's fine. Breathing consent involves everyone. And there's no person who can sustain his or her life without constant, continuous breathing. We are a population of 280 million people, but we bury 846 babies every single day. So my dream was to strategically identify all the various pitfalls and components of this problem, study them scientifically, and provide decisive solutions. And this I have done with the full package of my neonatal rescue scheme. I needed to create a technology that the Nigerian Naira provide. Also had a challenge of creating a system that will be able to thrive in the face of a very poor power supply because it's a life support device. It's not supposed to go off. So when you are done with the air processing, the air that goes to the baby comes through the nasal plug, and that is what goes to the baby's bloodstream. My neonatal work in Nigeria has had a very high impact since 1996 when I began this at the special care baby unit of the University of Calabar Teaching Hospital. All through the time to date, it's been consistent development, introduction, pushing back on boundaries, demonstrating the bringing down of neonatal mortality, for example, within the region from 90% to 4% in the space of 5 years. Wherever a baby is born, my work is unique to that. When I got the news of the Nigerian Science Prize Award for 2023, I was happy. I'm also looking at a bigger picture. When Nigeria would have been delisted from that of the group. Because I think that what I've created, I've got the capability of doing that.
At the end of the surgery, my baby was brought. I can't explain so much gratitude to God.
My inspiration to focus on neonatal health was born out of passion to save vulnerable, innocent lives, to push the boundaries and narrow down Nigeria's global shame. Any engaged and challenged and empowered African mind can create the best technology that can solve the African problems.
So that is impact. You can see the impact. A woman carries the baby for almost the time the baby will be born, and baby dies. And you saw how the baby was breathing, the baby was struggling. Now that's equipment. You can't have it round, we don't have it round in Nigeria, not even before. The one that hospitals were using was costing 3.5 million for one. Now, how many would be in all the primary health care centers? Babies are born more than once. I mean, in the hospital, actually, you have more than one baby being born that will need this machine. 3.5 million. But now, it needs electricity.
7.5.
Oh, 7.5 million, thank you. 7.5 million for one. So you can imagine how many can we buy? And then it needs electricity. But now Professor people like has gone into his lab and he's produced one that doesn't require electricity. And number two, it costs only 350,000 naira. So you can imagine what has been saved, and you can imagine the impact. That is the impact we are looking for. That is the impact we are looking for. Now, I'm sure many people can, buy and donate to the primary health care centers in their village, in their local governments. And they are saying this, we will be having almost 1,000 babies die every day. So those are the kind of impacts we are looking at. Now, Professor Amadi is a scientist, but now the prize has been opened to those who are innovators. You don't just do that, you don't just have to be a scientist. You don't just have to be in the lab. And you can see that the equipment didn't just sit in the lab. You could demonstrate that it was very being used. So I'll just explain a little more about it's expected to help develop our positive top of mind and brand enjoying stakeholders, right? And it complements the existing prizes by rewarding excellence in cultural and artistic contributions. It's to inspire a new generation of filmmakers who will inform, who will challenge, and who will connect us more deeply to who we are as a people. So you can imagine Professor Amadi's work, just one. Imagine how many we have some from malaria, for treatment of malaria. For instance, one of the works we had a couple of years ago, one of the professors found out that there's a component of Obama that can be used to treat malaria. You don't know. But those things are there. That's our impacts. So we hope that we inspire a new generation of new filmmakers who bring out the stories, connect the stories about who we are as a country, to bridge the critical gap in the development and protection of our national identity. And of course, to drive inclusive talent development and management among the teen youth population. Like I said earlier, the call for creative arts, prize for creative arts is also open. We opened on the 1st of February and we closed on the 20th of March. You need to demonstrate that you're a Nigerian citizen, your NIN, your international passport, will help show that, and you must be aged between 18 and 35, more than one person. Maximum two people can come together and write the story. You can get other people to produce works. It doesn't have to be only you. Non-fiction, the non-fiction, it will be fact checked and not longer than 20 minutes. The price money for this is $20,000. But before you, I know you have a question and answer. Before you ask, you ask me why it's not $100,000. So I'm just looking to respond to that. The Nigeria prize for science started and literature started at $20,000 in 2004. And then it went up to 30,000, and then it went up after a few years to 50,000 before it got to $100,000. So I think I've responded to that in advance. We are not underestimating the young people. Okay, I think that's it. I will invite Ben Akute to come and take the Q&As. Thank you.
Another round of applause for Anne-Marie. We're not talking like we're ready to win $100,000. While she was speaking, I just, in my mind, just doing a calculation. How much, if I convert that to Naira? Somebody said enough easily. All right, this is where we open the floor, basically just for you to ask a question and we provide answers. It's important to let you know that the call for entry is on now. And of course, we'll be closing by the 30th of April. And you don't be caught sleeping on this. You really want to put in your attention. Like you said, right now, yeah, I look like professors have been knowing me. We're not interested in professors anymore. We're interested in young, very dynamic, smart, and entrepreneurial minds that can create innovation that is applicable in solving Nigerian problems. So please, if you have any question about the entire process, we are here to provide you the answer. So this is us providing your cheat. If there's anything like that, we have. So the questions. All right. Let me start from here while you're walking that way.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, moderator. My question is, is this program an annual talk?
Yeah, so it is. It's an annual straightforward. It's annual every year. It's been on since 2004. It's not like I don't want to mention it. It doesn't come and go. It's alright.
So in addition to it being annual, there's an advisory board. So NLNG doesn't have scripts. We have an advisory board in made of very prominent Nigerians. I don't know, does anyone know Professor Bakman? Okay, Professor Bakman is the chairperson of the advisory board for the Science and Innovation Prize. We also have on the board Professor Abubakar Yusuf and Dr. Adenike Akanbi. She was the two-time minister of industries. Professor Bakman was also the former minister. And every year, we will choose a theme. We will choose a theme. This thing was actually the thing we had last year. But the entries we had were not deserving enough to be awarded the $100,000. They did not show that impact. So we decided to, the advisory board decided to roll it over to this year. So that maybe many people will not hear about it. Because a lot of people are doing things. So they define a thing and they choose a panel of judges. They choose a panel of judges, experts that sit to review the entries. They don't review the entries. And then for the literature prize, it rotates every 4 years along genres of prose fiction. Last year was prose fiction. This year, poetry. If you know anyone who has any poetry work, next year will be drama, and the year after will be children's literature. But it must have been published in the last 4 years, not 5 years, not 6 years, within the last 4 years. So yes, it's annual.
We have a question here. Okay, yeah.
My question is, so this program supports drug development and machine application. Say about the product development, product development, and machine application. Alright. I'll stop.
See, Madam Mayor, the YouTube video is too far.
So just to provide answers to just like Amari this is essential to spotlight, celebrate.
It's very zooming. It's possible zooming.
So
So it was concluded.
But this is what they need to
There are evidences of this concept that is working. So not necessarily, it's not a crowd, so to speak. Yeah.
Let's pause the video.
what's our work?
We'll post the video.
I'll come to you.
Thank you so much for the wonderful opportunity. I just wanted to quickly ask, is this program open to the extractive industries covering sustainable development goals, health and safety compliance for artisanal miners across the entire government?
This is open to everyone
Also,
that is
or
either
that's the video.
Nigerian, whether you are
It's not.
of the nationalities of Nigerian or not, it doesn't matter wherever you're
If
from.
I take
As long as one, it solves or its solution is applicable to a typical Nigerian problem, then two, it's in line with the theme for the year. So for this year's innovations in artificial intelligence or ICT or digital technologies for development. So it doesn't matter which sector you're coming from, as long as your innovation is tested, their results and their evidences to back it up, and it aligns with your theme for the year. That's mostly that you can see your entry.
Okay, everyone. Okay, I have a question. I have a daughter who is 16 and she's interested in So I wanted to ask, with her age group already,
So when you say interest, is it in literature?
the tech aspects.
Tech aspect. Let me give the mic to her.
Okay, in the tech aspects, her age will be a barrier because she's still underage. And as a corporate organization, you can't deal on that level with underage for that because if the price is low, if she wins the prize, for instance, they are going to road shows. We're going to come to a place like this. Are we going to pay her out of school? There are night events we have. So that's why we try to appoint to adults. That's why it's 18. But because the price was every year, in 2028 you'll be 18. She can do it now. Because you can submit an entry that you produced for the last 2 years for your work. So let her continue doing practice makes perfect.
Okay, I, what I want to say, she actually started her tech journey right from the age 7, and she has gone to a lot of competitions where she won so many awards. So now she's 16, and already she's got so many apps that she has created.
Okay, sorry, I thought you were talking about the price for documentary filmmaking.
Tech,
For tech,
technology, innovation.
for technology and innovations. Let her send in the entry, then the advisory board will assess and determine if she's, because it's open to Nigerians. Yes.
Thank you.
You know why I gave her the mic? She's the one that signs the check, so. There's something to also mention is I'm also sure that she works in group. I don't think she works in leadership. In her development, she works alone. Wow. And you're still here, man. Let me tell you to my daughter, I will be in Bahamas by now. All right, question.
Okay, somebody said he needs the website that was shared earlier.
Oh,
Okay, ask us.
Sorry, for madam, I missed the website that she shared earlier, and then the NPS side, during the deadline. She said it's open on September 1st, is that correct?
no. Okay, so the call for entry is open now. As a matter of fact, the call for entry went out from the 1st of February, closes 30th of April. However, the award ceremony is in October. So just note this. Note that it's open now and it's closing 30th of April to start with. Then of course, anything award happens October. Alright. Then about the website www.thenigerian prices.org. So when you go there, you're going to see the call for entry, the advertorial, you can click on it. So you have the Nigerian Prize for Literature, call for entry, the Nigerian Prize for Science and Innovation, call for entry, and of course, the Nigerian Prize for Creative Arts. Question.
Yeah,
Follow me. You have to come here.
Look, as long as you have the robust fit test, essential proof of concept. Now, what usually happens is we know and we recognize that the innovations are ready as a result, but they've not been, in terms of marketability, they've not been scaled up. We understand all of those. So, not necessarily that it has to be in the market, but is it proven? I'm sure a lot of us didn't know about the polite cap innovation of Professor Amadi. Even you before today, most of you didn't know about it, but after he won the prize, it became very known. So it wasn't being necessarily be in the market, but they must have been proven to provide results, and that's where the robust fit test comes in. And of course, the proof of concept. She talked about the prizes last year. wasn't that the fact that we didn't have a winner wasn't because we didn't have entries. There were solid entries. There were solid entries, but the challenge was there was no robust, proven fit test. Yes, we had actually 112 entries last year. So it wasn't that there was no entries, and so there were good entries. There were good entries. It's just that if you're going to win $100,000, you have to show us the work.
All right. And also, does this spread across both the software and the hardware platform? Or just the hardware part?
So it doesn't matter where the application is, as long as there's the reflection, adoption of either artificial intelligence, ICT, or digital technology. It doesn't matter which side of the ecosystem it is, whether it's on the software or the hardware part, it doesn't matter. Somebody took the mic away from you. You know they carry me go where I don't know.
I wanted to ask, the other was concerning the filming.
The Nigerian price of creative arts.
Yes. I just wanted to ask, if someone, is it a choice between one of them, or you can apply for?
Oh, you can apply for 3 of them actually if you have entries for them.
Also, I guess you can do the same time, same deadline.
Yes, yes. Yes, so just to mention anyway, for literature, it's the end of March. Yes, for literature. Okay.
Just like, let me say, a follow-up to this question. Like he said, the video has to be like a story concerning an area.
Yes.
Now,
and the thing is identity.
Now, what if the innovation is something that brings like a change to that area? Can the story now include that innovation as applied to the area in question?
So let me understand. Remember, we're talking 3 prizes now. We're talking science and innovation.
I'm looking for the science and innovation,
Okay.
and also for the video.
For creative arts. Okay, so
Now, if we are talking about a specific area, telling a story about that area, now is it compulsory the story was something that has been existing, or me using the innovation to create the change in that area and then tell the story?
Oh, I get your point now. So say for instance, you have, let me use a typical example. You are telling a story about the thief people, for instance, yeah? So you're saying, can I use my innovative work that has transformed their experience and then tell a story about it? Absolutely. But the most important thing is this: your story must be true, must be authentic, and it must really reflect. And it must be well produced. We don't want AI produced work. You understand what I'm trying to say? And we don't want, we've seen very interesting videos. Yeah, it must be that you've gone there, immerse yourself in the culture of the people, and you're really telling the authentic story. Because what we want to do is to tell stories that are true, and that's what it is for this case, identity.
It must also be very original. So we can't repeat Chinua Achebe's story and go to the Muslim one here and go there and just tell that story again. It's no longer original. It has to be original. You can tell the story from your own angle. Like the lady who won the literature prize last year, for instance, she told the story of Shango from her own angle. She said Shango is a woman. You understand? So that's very original. So if she had to put in an entry, nobody would say she has told somebody else's story. She's told that same story, but from her own lens. So you can tell the story from your own lens. If you want to tell the story of Biafra, there are so many stories about Biafra. You can tell the story of Biafra from your own lens as well. And then someone asked me if more than one person can apply for the science prize. Yes. It's only the literature prize that has to be one author. But for the science prize, you can have multiple joint winners, we call them. We share the 100,000 together. The year we looked at malaria, there were about 6 of them that put in their entry and they won. We shared the $100,000. For 2 years ago, when we looked at climate control, there were 3 people led by the Chinese British. and 2 Nigerian PhD students working under him. So for science and innovation, we can come together. But please, anybody who is coming together, if for instance 4 of you worked on it and 3 people come forward, we usually check up at the end and we'll ask you, are you willing to have this 4th person? Because from what we see, this person was involved. If you are not willing, then we don't go to the next person. Yes, the next excellent work. We have one more question still.
Okay. That is a follow-up question. If I put in an entry using the innovation, and can I also put an entry using the story with the same person without contradiction on both sides?
No, can you explain?
I use the innovation to tell a story
Oh, yes.
in science and technology. Can I also submit that innovation in the science and technology aspect? Submit the story in the literature aspect. One same person.
No, so science is not, we're not looking for a story in science.
No, you know the innovation
Yes.
I applied when
Yes.
telling the story
Yes.
in the cultural aspect.
Yes.
And I also apply that
Sure.
innovation that made it change
If it makes an impact.
without
If
no rule of contradiction
There are
for
3
one person
different,
being on both sides.
there are 3 different panel of judges. 3 different advisory votes. So yes, you can. But please, it must have an impact. And you've seen an example of impact. Question? Okay.
So for the NPS side, right? Can one be in 2 different things and that will be submitting 2 different entries, right? That's one. And then secondly, the closing date is April 1st, right?
That's it.
That's it, April 30th. So is it possible that at the time of making submission, that the POC as submitted is just rolled out for one sector, like for a larger category?
Once it can show impact, once it can show that it has been rolled out. So if you look at Professor Amadi's work, there are 2 things there. It can help a baby breathe, and it can be used without electricity. So once it can, if it could even demonstrate that it can be used with electricity, it could have won. If it could have demonstrated that it can save babies, it could have won. So it must just demonstrate impact. And then the first question, I am not very sure of that answer, but if you take a number of one of our colleagues or an email address, they will give the feedback. Thank you.
All right. Do we have any more questions? Okay.
All right, so I'm trying to. All right, so I'm trying to get clarity on the price. So the video that was shown before we started was showing 3 offers. So initially I thought probably 3 prices but you said the winner takes all. So I'm not question.
Okay, so very, very, very good observation. So that video, what happens is, at the end of April, at the end of March, when the entries come in, we close the entries, we give the entries to the judges. They will go and read, and they'll give us with a list of 50. They will go back and read again, because she will come with 50, I come with 50, he comes with 50. By the time we put it together, it may be there's only 10 of us that make it 50. We'll just come with have one single 50 list of 50. They go back and read again. They come back with 25. They go back and read again. 11. After 11, they read again and come back with 3. Those are the 3 that you saw. Right? And then we do a documentary at that stage. As soon as we have that 3, we also have, apart from the judges in Nigeria, we also have who we call an international consultant who is not in Nigeria. So that nobody will say, it's because you know this person. No, even though judges are expected to recuse themselves. But you know, sometimes you are reading somebody's work, you already admire that person, you don't even know the person. and it may impact your adjudication, your judgment. So we now send those three to an international consultant who also reads, comes up with a winner, sends to the advisory board. The panel of judges will meet, they read again, and then sit down and discuss. They come out with the one winner. And then the winner has to be the same. Because they are people of integrity, over the years, we've always had, except in 1 year, we've always had winner and judges aligned with the international. It's the same person. What's that they don't have? We usually bring the international consultant down. If they didn't agree, they would have to sit down. And on that day, they sat down for over 7 hours to discuss and agree why the winner should be the winner. We came to an alignment. The Nigeria prize for literature doesn't have a votes. It's not the highest number of those who bid. They must reach an agreement on who is the winner, on which book is the best. So those three were the last three, and then they came to the award night where the winner is announced, and then the winner is announced, and the winner takes off. There's no second, third, and you know why? You know why there's no second or third? Because we said there's no second or third to excellence. Excellence is excellence. There's no second or third. If both of them are that good, they will be joint winners.
All right. If there are no questions, can we please give a round of applause? Okay, that's a question. That's a question.
My question is just, if you look at the Nigeria ecosystem when it comes to AI, there are a few people that are into advanced AI building, coding. Then, if there is only one person that puts it upon himself, I'm going to do this, I'm going to provide the solution, and is able to do it, will such person be given the prize?
Sure. If it has an impact, why not? It has an impact. Like I said, last year we received 112 entries. They were very good, but they did not have that excellence. They could not demonstrate, some could not demonstrate that impact, some could not demonstrate that it has been used in more than one place. Professor Amadi demonstrated it used it in different parts of rural areas in Nigeria.
There's a question here.
So concerning the literature aspect, I think I need some more light on it. On what document the judges require? Is it like a book, or I don't think I have a picture of that.
Okay, thank you. For the literature prize, you have written a book and you have published the book, and the book is already can be found in bookshops. You can put in your entry. But if it's still in manuscript, you have not gone to the publisher, you have not printed it, you have not bound it. It's not. It's for work that is complete. Then we just had a few people, not a few. I won't say a few people. We have like half of the number of those of us who were in here. Another number came in as towards this Q&A, and we just say a little bit more about the prices for the benefit of. We all know how it was. They were caught up in traffic, and that's why they just come in. But we also wanted to respect those of you who came in early, rather than wait till now to respect you to just start when we started. So please, you permit us. I want to read Dr. Sophia's remarks again. We'll just go straight to the explanation. Thank you.
All right, there's a question here.
Good afternoon, everyone. Please, from the presentation, medical and literature, I want to confirm, does it not have any space for like the mechanical engineering aspect?
So it has innovations. If there's any innovation in AI for mechanical engineers, I don't know engineering, so I can't give an example. But if there's any AI application in mechanical engineering, what is AI? It can come in. There was a year we had innovations in food security, and some people had manufactured an equipment. It was a mechanical engineer that can produce yam flour, who had more advanced grains from corn, from maize. So do that. I will rush through it.
Okay. So let's come back to the question.
Okay, so for those who came early, I hope you don't mind. You don't mind. Thank you. Pardon? Yes, yes, please. If you came earlier, we don't have any more questions. Maybe if you have questions, we will give you, someone will respond to you from energy, and then, if you still want to hear it again, it's okay. Thank you. We really appreciate it for those who came early. Okay. So for those who came early, we talked about 3 prizes that have been established by Nigeria LNG. Can you hear me from the back? Okay. 3 prizes that have been to the back, so that I can see the faces of those who just came. So we talked about 3 prizes that have been established by Nigeria LNG in 2004, right? 3 prizes. One for literature, one for science and innovation, and then last year, 2025, one was established for documentary filmmaking. The prize celebrates excellence in writing, excellence in literature, and for the science prize, it celebrates excellence in breakthroughs, scientific breakthroughs. And this year, innovation. Last year, we decided that we shouldn't reserve that prize for only scientists, those who work in the lab. Let's open it up for builders, for innovators. So we changed the name to the Nigeria Prize for Science and Innovation. And then, of course, we have the Nigeria Prize for Creative Arts, which is open to all Nigerians between the ages of 18 and 35 for documentary filmmaking. The other 2 prizes are open to any Nigerian of any age. But for literature, you must be a Nigerian resident anywhere in the world. For science, in non-Nigerian, a solution, $10,000 is open to all you filmmakers. All you filmmakers between the age of 18 and 35 who can tell your Nigerian story, the story of your identity. Who are you as a Nigerian? Who can look at your culture and tell the story of your culture, of where you are from? Who can look at things that are happening? Who can look at, if maybe for me, I can look at ajere making or something, or pottery making, anything that can tell the story of our culture. If you are aged 18 to 35, only a Nigerian, you will show that you are a Nigerian by your passport or your national identification number. So those are the 3 prizes. The prize for science and innovation has a theme this year, and the theme is innovations in artificial intelligence. Innovations in artificial intelligence. Innovations in on the 1st of February. For the literature prize, March, we won't take entries again. For science prize, it will close on the 30th of April. Documentary filmmaking, it will also close on the 30th of April. So you can there's still time for you to put in an entry. Now that price for science and innovation is $100,000. Entries must demonstrate clear integration of AI or ICT or digital technology. It must shows how it can act. Real world, that website, you can submit your entry. The website is www. The Nigeria Prices, not Nigerian, the Nigeria Prices.org. Okay, so I talked about the price for creative art. It complements the existing prices, and we want to inspire a new generation of storytellers, a new generation of filmmakers. A lot of us do skits, a lot of very brilliant ideas. I know sometimes when you sit down on your WhatsApp status, on TikTok, you see a lot of very, very creative videos, right? And what we are trying to do now is create videos, not with AI. Videos that tell a story about your identity as a Nigerian, from however you want to tell it. From however you want to tell it, right? And it must be a video that is not more than 20 minutes. If you can do your documentary in 5 minutes, tell the story, pass the message. If you can do it in 10 minutes, or 15 minutes, or 20 minutes, shoot that video. If you want to work with more than one person, go ahead and work with more than one person. But the directors must not be more than 2. You can have other casts, other people that produce that documentary with you, but directors must be 2. The directors must be between 18 and 35. If you have a video man who is 60 and is going to shoot that video with you, it's okay. But the directors themselves must be 18 to 35. Very good quality videos. And it's open to Nigerians 18 to 35, living in Nigeria and living anywhere in the world. The prize money for that, as I said, is $20,000 US. The entry closes April 30th. Entries are already open. They opened on the 1st of February. So you still have time. If you go to the nigeriaprices.org website, there's a link to Film Freeway, where you will load your video. But please, not AI. I said earlier before you came in here that if you want to tell the story of, for instance, Aswani markets, or Sandros market, or K2 markets, don't sit down on your laptop and generate K2 markets visual to use. K2 markets and go and do the recording, or whatever it is, go there, or get a video from there that you are going to use, a visual from there. But no, don't use AI to generate it. But you can use AI to caption. You can use AI to caption. Okay, so we talked about impact and we showed the video. So I'll just show that video for you to see the sort of impact we are looking for. And this is a video from someone who won the science prize in 2023. He's a professor. But remember I said, since last year, that prize is not reserved only for professors. It's not reserved for only those in the lab. It's now open to those builders, those innovators, all those developers, all those who are building things that have impact. So you watch the video and then we'll speak after. You let me know what impacts on the video. Thank you.
My first pregnancy ended with it fetal demise. What that means is that my baby died in the womb at 36 weeks and 4 days. Some of the signs I saw that led to my first baby's demise, I started noticing them in this second one. So I was really afraid.
I understand that baby is just less than 24 hours old, and I can see that the baby is distressed. So there must be a lot of respiratory support going on at the moment. The temperature I'm seeing there, 35 degrees C. I should expect this to be higher than that. But confirm to me that baby is totally stable. What was baby's vital sign temperature the last time? 37.2. Oh, excellent. Okay, that's fine then. Breathing concept involves everyone. And a person who can sustain his or her life without constant, continuous breathing. We are a population of 280 million people, but we bury 846 babies every single day. So my dream was to strategically identify all the various pitfalls and components of this problem, study them scientifically, and provide decisive solutions. And this I have done with the full package of my neonatal rescue scheme. I've needed to create a technology that the Nigerian Naira could buy. I also had a challenge of creating a system that will be able to thrive in the face of a very poor power supply, because this is a life support device. It was supposed to go off. So when you are done with the air processing, the air that goes to the baby comes through the nasal pump, and that is what goes to the baby's bloodstream. My neonatal well in Nigeria has had a very high impact since 1996, when I began this at the special care baby unit of the University of Calabar Teaching Hospital. All through the time to date, it's been consistent development, pushing back on boundaries, demonstrating of neonatal mortality, for example, within a region from 90% to 4% in the space of 5 years. Wherever a baby is born, my work is unique to that. When I got the news of the Nigerian Science Prize Award for 2023, I was happy. I'm actually looking at a bigger picture, when Nigeria would have been delisted from that ugly group. Because I think that what I've created has got the capability of doing that.
At the end of the surgery, my baby was brought. I can't explain so much gratitude to God.
My inspiration to focus on neonatal health was born out of passion to save vulnerable, innocent lives, to push the boundaries and narrow down Nigeria's global shame. Any engaged and challenged and empowered African mind can create the best technology that can solve the African problems.
Okay. So every engaged and creative African mind can solve a Nigerian problem. And I see many young people, creative, engaged. The prize is open for you to submit your entry. We will now take the questions.
All right, do we have questions, especially the people who are just coming in? Any questions so far from the presentation? If you have a question, just signify or come to you with a microphone. Any part of the presentation you need clarity on, I have one hand there. Two, okay, these are our old members. Let me take the one who is asking for the first time first, and then. So what is happening?
Good morning to the organizers and everyone visited. My question is about the literary aspect. Now, I want to get a clarity concerning that. Which of the jury are we to make submissions for this year? And I think I heard March as the closing date, right, if I'm correct, for the literary prize, March. And then which of the jury and how many, can one person submit more than one of the particular jury that you're requesting? Yes, sir.
Hi, everyone. I'll introduce myself before I answer that question. My name is Elkanah. I told myself when I picked up the mic that if that question was going to be a difficult question, I will run away. But yes, I can answer your question. January is poetry. Poetry, and closing date is 31st of March, last day of March. Turn in your entry. Okay? So if you're a poet, yeah, published, yes. Any further question?
We have some follow-up questions.
Yes.
Okay.
I see people who just giving answer questions. Good. Right.
Down the hall. I want to take new questions before I come to the those who are follow-up.
Yeah, down the hall.
Okay.
For the follow-up questions.
Where are you?
Actually, about the creative arts entry, is it compulsory we have to have an international passport before we qualify for the entry?
Great question.
Because I'm so much interested in that.
Great question. Great question. We thought you'd be interested in that when we were coming here and we were going to speak about science and innovation. We thought that when we were speaking to young people like me, like me, and filming is a lot of, how will I say, it's something a lot of people do anyways. And it's like a side thing for even engineers or anybody. So we thought you'd be interested in it. Sorry, what's your question again? I talked too much.
Do they need an international passport?
Yes. So you have an option. You have an option of your NIN or the international passport. So two options. Just to prove that you're an engineer, that you're not Cameroon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next question.
Next question.
My question is, actually, this is my first time I'm doing something like this. And I want to know if, for the science innovation, is it necessarily going to be a project that is already at hand, or someone can bring an idea? That is my question.
Great. Yeah, good question. Now, I think it was stated earlier that, first of all, the work has to be completed within a certain range of time, which you get more information from www.thenigeriaprizes.org. So it has to be completed. It has to have proof of concept. Proof of concept meaning you have tested it, right? You've seen that it works. Practicality is possible. So it's not just research and hypothesis, things that you're just assuming it will work. It's something that has worked. It might not be large scale. It might be during experimentation, but show proof of concept. You understand what proof of concept is? If you don't, it means that it has worked. That's all. So it could be a tool on your phone that you've built with AI, anything that you could use to make life better for all.
I'm sorry I came in late. We've been navigating and looking for our way down here. What NNET actually has to do with healthcare or something that borders around healthcare. So I want to understand, is this innovation, this tech innovation, does it cut across every in, say, maybe cinematography and the likes?
Great.
Every sector.
Great. So cinematography has to do with creative acting. Of course, still a little bit restricted and limited to documentary filmmaking. Now, for the Science Prize, Science and Innovation Prize, it is innovations in artificial intelligence or ICT, that's information communication technologies, or digital technologies for development. Either of them. When you walked in, the man who was whose video and was reeling about his health intervention, that year, the theme for that year was innovations in health technologies, I think, something like that. Yes. So the theme determines what you're going to enter. All right. But the interesting part of this year's thing is that AI, ICT, digital technologies can cut across every sector. Yes. Yes. Can cut across health, can cut across education, can cut across everywhere. As long as you're shown that you can use AI to do something and it solves a solution. I mean, it solves a problem. Did I say solve a solution? Yes, it solves a problem. Okay? So it cuts across everything. That's the interesting fact about this thing. It is broad. So just bring it in. And you don't have to be an academician. Probably something you can code, and you're building something and you've done something that is just extraordinary. Throw it in. Yes.
All right, so now give it to one follow-up question. So let me start with it. Just one question here. So,
my question is, let me take for example, machine learning. Now, if I could get that device to work better, cheaper form, and cost less in form of energy consumption and all that, then put it up as submission, will it be seen as a duplicate of this be accepted?
Interesting question. From the top of my mind, I say, would you? From some great men I have learned from, they say science is you build on top of the shoulder of others. Yes? Who have heard that before? You build on top of the shoulder of others. So if you check science, many things are not new. But you're building on top and you're making new things on top of what other people had before. Yes? So if you think you can make it, you can drive that cost further down, make it more energy efficient. But you have to, of course, you know science now, you have to give credit to who credit is. Yeah. So you have to give credit to him, you have to let him know that you're building on top of that technology. And that's how science goes. But yes, you're building on top of, you're standing on the shoulder of others, and you're doing new things.
Okay, yeah.
Actually, by the word. Yes, that work is patented. It's what we call an. Any other information here? Yeah. So, I am not Professor Npachi, the chairman of the advisory board. Try, send your entry. If it's not patented, then it's a free market, isn't it? Right? Throw in your entry, please. I'm expecting one from you. Yes? Yes? Thank you. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, about the creative arts aspect, is it something I could just build a documentary about my biography, or it has to be an history about Nigeria, or I need to share my life on that.
Identity.
So I'm a civil engineering student, but that apart, I think I'm very much interested in this creative art aspect.
Yes, thank you very much. Identity. The theme for this year is identity. See, when we're telling you to visit the website, please, that is where you're going to get a lot of information from. Identity. Identity can explore anything. tell an enthralling story, narrative about identity. You can explore anything around identity, who we are, what we eat. You understand? Culture, language, anything. But I'm not sure you will be, if you can creatively tell your biography and then express that thing, then fine. I hear that people have done that some way, through biography, but the theme again, just let it keep ringing in your head, is identity. Thank you.
Final question.
Final question.
Sorry.
Yes. No, please use the mic. Thanks.
I was looking through the list of former science and education in our rights.
Yeah.
And I noticed one common thing. They are all academicians.
Uh-huh.
And then I think I can land on the conclusion that this is the first time that the digital technology category is being introduced, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the question then is, does it mean that because for the former academicians that I've seen, although the solutions that they worked on were not listed out, but I want to also assume that commercialized products qualify for the category, right? So that means commercial software solutions already in existence but built by Nigerians can apply and qualify for the innovation category, correct? I have a follow-up question if it's a yes or no.
Yes, so that's a yes.
Okay, that's a yes.
Yes, and you ensure that it's novel.
Yes, and
Correct.
information nature.
Correct.
Nature. So the thing about that is, when Madam was explaining how the winners are being selected, she said submissions come in, then it goes through 50 winners, a short list. Oh, that's the literature. It doesn't qualify for this science. Okay. So, but the thing I want to ask about the science and innovation category, especially for digital technology, is that once a solution with a POC has been submitted, right, and then it's because what I want to learn at is with digital solutions, there's every chance that there could be a version 2 of what was originally submitted. So if the entry gets through that submission stage, is there still a chance that the judges, when they want to review that submission, do not just use the rubrics of the first submission, but are able to look at progress that has been made over time? Maybe giving it within a short period of when that judging is going on.
So, interestingly, the cycle runs from February to September. October is just an announcement. And October is when we formally give the flag to the winner for the science and innovation. But the announcement of the winner happens in September. So the cycle is February to September. It's quite a short time. Quite a lot of work for the judges to do within that short time. Your entry, the decision will be made based on the entry you made, what you have entered so far. You understand? So if there's an update or version 2, nobody will come to meet you and ask you about that. Decisions will be based on what you have entered. If that's clear. Good. All right. So many questions. So maybe what we would do, right? And the MC agrees. You could meet us right at the back. I'm available. Myself, my colleagues, and my colleagues are available, and we'll stand right at the back for you to ask those questions and we'll respond to you. Is that fine? Good. That's good.
All right. Let's give them a round of applause. Let's give it a kind of round of applause. Also give Ms. Anne-Marie a round of applause for taking out the time to answer questions. Thank you very much. As you have been told, after the closing, you can go to the back, meet any of the officials for further clarification to get more responses if your questions were not sufficiently answered. I will also ask Mr. Kala to just continue with the vote of thanks. And then want to continue?
Yes, so before Elokana does the votes of thanks, I'll call Pascaline. She's the social media officer for Nigerian Energy, and she has some good news. So you're not just going to be hoping on $100,000. She wants to give out a few things. It's not up to $100,000.
Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So we have exciting news for you today. So you see the backdrop outside this hall. So as soon as the event is over, I encourage you, ladies and gentlemen, to go out there and do a short video of your key takeaway from today's event. Now, the first 50 people to upload their videos online, you need to tag us so that we can know you uploaded the video online. Then we'll give you our gift. We have limited slots. 50 people, our social media team is currently online. We're keeping an eye on everybody that's going to be action. Strictly on IG and TikTok. Those are the channels we're watching. IG and TikTok. The Nigerian prizes, that is the handle. On TikTok and on Instagram. If you have further questions, please reach out to me. I'll be at the back. Thank you very much.
Give her applause. All right, very quickly, we have something of a surprise for a few people who were part of the first set to come into this space. So as I call your name, you just come up, we have a gift for you. I'll ask Ms. Anne-Marie to present to the first set, and then our guest is going to present to this next set. All right? Loretta Ugochukwu. Loretta Ugochukwu, yes, give her a round of applause. Special gift for you for coming quite early. Stephanie Emanuela. Yes. We are not playing here. Today we are not playing. So while you are saying expecting the $100,000, you just use up the whole money. Yeah. Success Ugochukwu. Yes. Enyola Akinwumi. This will encourage people not to do African time. Uche Promise Onoka. Uche Promise. Thank you. Okay, let's stop here. I'm going to ask. Okay. So let's continue. Bambokpa. I'm sorry, I'm not Nigerian. Sorry. No. I just go back. Omolara, thank you. Bob Manuel Owanko. Bob Manuel Owanko. Yes, thank you. Pius. This is Pius. Pius, where are you? Pius, yes. That's Greek Pius, yeah? Greek Pius, that's what I hear. Eric, sorry, Eric Pius. Yes, thank you. Antonia Rosemary. I think your handwriting is very marvelous. And this is Faith. Faith? I don't know if it's something. Faith something. Did I get that correct? Just let me know now. Thank you. Give a round of applause. All right, we have some gifts for you. I'm going to ask Anne-Marie to present to half of them, and then Ms. Moyo to present to the other half. Yes. On behalf of the LNG team.
Can anyone notice what I'm noticing here? I'm going to say that nobody should say anything. Nobody should say women don't get to wear any. The evidence is there.
All right. Congratulations. Okay, so let's after this, let Mrs. Moyo come and present to the next. Oh, Tuamo, beautiful. Thank you very much, Ms. Anne-Marie. Let Mrs. Moyo come and present. Let Ms. Moyo present to the next set. Yes. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much, Anne-Marie. Beautiful. Congratulations. Group photograph. So please don't hurry home. Thank you very much, Ms. Moyo and Ms. Anne-Marie. Thank you very much. Can I welcome you back to give us the vote of thanks? Have you enjoyed yourself so far today? Come on, give us a round of applause now to the NMNT team and to our partner, Vibrant Valley. Over to you.
All right, thank you for welcoming me back. I wanted to state that I'm also not Nigerian. I'm not Nigerian. But hey, I'm just joking, I'm probably Nigerian. That's why we're pushing the Nigeria Prize for Science and Innovation. Yeah. And then I remember someone asked a question and said, can he enter for the Science and Innovation Prize and then now do a documentary about the science and innovation engine that he has put in? If somebody asked that question, he wants to know $120,000. He wants to pack out the money. Why? All right. Okay, guys. Today is incredible. Today's engagement speaks for itself, and it has been very thoughtful and focused. The level of attention and the quality of presentation, the engagement after the questions are just incredible. And this shows that this conversation matters. It shows that we must continue this conversation no matter what. Through the discussions of the prizes, for all the prizes, we have revisited the role of disciplined research, creative minds, applied thinking in solving practical challenges. In the words of Robert Flaherty, he says the purpose of a documentary is to capture life as it is lived. In other words, it's about taking real events and helping people to see their meaning more clearly. Through the Nigeria Prize for Creative Arts, documentary filmmaking at its best would reflect how stories shape national memory, interrogate reality, and preserve identity. It is time for you to put out your own narrative, even if it is via the Science and Innovation Prize, because it is also a narrative. Both prizes reflect a belief that progress requires rigor in our thinking and honesty in our storytelling. We expect you to submit solutions who I believe are amongst you. We want more scientists, researchers, innovators, and young filmmakers submitting their entries for all the prizes. To all the potential applicants, we say the call for entry is already open since 1st of February. What holds from today depends on how you choose to engage by submitting your entries. Whether you're refining a research breakthrough, refining your research breakthrough, I think someone asked a question on that, or you're developing a technology, or you're shaping a documentary that captures our lived reality. The platform exists for contributions that matter. Next winner, I believe, I'm sure, Madam Anne-Marie shares the same opinion from this room. No, that's not bad enough. It is from this room. Meanwhile, let's 10% commission. 10% commission. All right. I would like to say a big thank you to the great people that run this place, Vibranium Valley. Thank you very much. Thank you for hosting this engagement. Spaces like this create the condition for collaboration, experimentation, and disciplined innovation. We're pleased to have this conversation within an ecosystem that actively supports that. Thank you, ma'am. We also appreciate Data Science Nigeria, the delegation for Data Science Nigeria, It was short notice, but you did make it. Thank you very much for coming. It's from the AI community here in Nigeria, and please, we appreciate your presence. I also acknowledge the advisory board. They're not here, but we are representing them and we acknowledge their efforts for driving this price year in, year out, and ensuring that people, are recognized for this excellence, and excellence is recognized every year. And I also thank my colleagues, Ijoma, Pascaline, and Ben, for helping, and many others who are in the office for helping to put this together. Thank you very much. And to you seated right here, we value your participation. You warm our hearts when you came in. I can't tell you how happy we are to see the whole full. And people asking questions they want to know. But all I want to see is that you enter for this prize and you stand the chance to be recognized for the excellence that you do that nobody sees. It is time to show. It's time right now. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
Please give this Akana another applause. My brother, who is also not a Nigerian. I heard somebody say when they were talking about the literature prize, and somebody whispered, I don't know how I caught my ear, I hear different strange things sometimes. The person said, just writing how you have suffered in Nigeria is enough to win it. It's enough, work. How you suffered under no light, how you suffered under the bus conductor. That is an original work. I wish you well as you write it. All right, as we close, I have been informed to let you know so for those who still need further clarity, we have handles at the back. It captures all the necessary details you need. The website you need to go to, the prices of each of the categories of the award, and everything you need to know so that we don't. After we close right now, I want to encourage you to network, because we are in Vibrio Valley. It's an ecosystem where you might meet the next like-minded person and just get some information and just move the needle for you. So please don't rush home. Don't rush home. Okay. Number 3. And which I think is the most important information as far as Nigerian events is concerned. There is item 7. Oh, come on, you're not excited. However, so please don't rush. It's still on the way. I want you to network so that when it gets here, you have your own item 7 and refresh yourself. Thank you for that applause. Thank you for easy. Thank you. You will not go home hungry. Just before I close, I want to ask you a few questions so that we wrap up. Are you ready for these questions? Very, very simple questions. Just say true or false, and then we can close, okay? I want to see some of us who are on the same page. Are we ready? Are we ready? These are famous quotes by famous people in history. If you agree, say I agree. If you don't agree, say I don't agree. That's the rule, yes? Okay, very quickly. He who refuses to mix agege bread and akara as a type of sandwich is a racist. This is by Martin Luther King, 1788. Don't argue with me, argue with Google. Second question. He who completely unwraps moi and gala before eating cannot keep a secret. Agree or not agree? You unwrap gala and moi completely. You can't keep secret. This is by Abraham Lincoln, 1864. Only a courageous woman can fry a bunch of plantain without tasting any. That's courage. That's courage. The plantain is there, you didn't taste any. Women. This is by Albert Macaulay. I'm coming. Drinking garri does not mean you are poor. but allowing the garri to swell before drinking is poverty. There's a difference. What I don't like to swell. Those of you who are like to swell, you know yourself. This case can be better for you. Number 5, quickly. Any man who drinks alcohol bitters without squeezing his face is capable of murder. You drink and you need squeeze face. This is by Michael Faraday. Any man that uses his teeth to cut shaki from pepper soup with his eyes wide open is not afraid of anything. Please, sir. If you open your eyes, my brother, you are a suspect. Anyone who graduates from a conventional school without experiencing strike has never been to Nigeria. My people, you know now. You don't agree. Lasso, you are here. Okay, I won't say more than that. I will not say more than that. He who runs around looking for scissors to cut Indomie seasoning sachet is not hungry. My brother, you have your teeth, you find scissors. This is by Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. He who says nothing lasts forever has never tried Hausa perfume. Do we have Hausa people in the building? Now your perfume can last for 1 year. Jesus. By the way, that was by Nelson Mandela. No matter how hot your temper is, it cannot cook yam. Clock it. Finally, anyone who reads or hears this without laughing is either looking for a job or needs money badly. So if you do not laugh, you are looking for money. Look at your neighbor and ask them, did you laugh? Did you laugh? You need this $100,000. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been our time. Thank you very much. My name is Mo Oladapo, and I hope I've done a good job. Please find the time to network. The sound guy to give us some music at the background. Network, meet people. The refreshments is on the way, and I hope to see you at the next roadshow. God bless you. Have a great time. Thank you to the students who have come. Safe journey back as you go back to your various schools. A quick photograph. So I hear that there is group pictures outside. So I think we can do group pictures with your schools. So if you came as a unit, you can have group pictures outside, just in front of the banner. And if you want to take pictures with people you have met, just outside, there are group pictures being taken. So please take advantage of that. Thank you very much.
Hello. Hi guys. You guys should wait a little bit. Your package, I mean the menu food are coming and they'll soon get here. And people that have the blue tag, there's another package for you guys. Please just exercise a little bit of patience. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Please listen up. If you know you have a blue tag on you, just come the state line. Nobody should push anybody. Let's just be like mature people. Please.